Hello everybody, this is Mystic Jen. I'm here to do the monthly reading for Virgo. This is for September 2018, and I should have had all my crystals out of the way ahead of time. Okay, I am using the Wild Unknown Tarot, the Wild Unknown Animal Guide cards, and I'm using the Osho Zen. Okay. We're going to get our basic theme cards here. And I'll see what else the oracles decide to pop up in this. I'm going to ask Spirit for guidance. What messages do you have for our Virgos, Sun and Rising signs for the month of September 2018? What messages do you have for Virgo? We have cards flying out already. We have conditioning. Celebration. Well, looks like some celebrating with some friends. And traveling. So it feels like there's some Virgos, you're going to be doing some traveling. Maybe traveling to see friends. So it looks like there might be some kind of celebration going on, that you're going to be traveling to see some friends of yours or something like that. There's some celebrating going on. Let's see. And the conditioning, it's more or less about preparing yourself. And this is about, you were conditioned to believe one way, that you were brought up a certain way of being told to act a certain thing. You were told that you were one thing, and maybe you were something else. This is a time to look at your own reflection in a pond, in a mirror, and make a move to break out of whatever you have been conditioned by others to believe about yourself. And you want to, and once you do that, you could dance, run, jog, do whatever is needed to wake up that sleepy lion within. So this is about breaking free, breaking out. It is being caught up in believing something and being conditioned. Maybe you were conditioned to believe that you were a failure or you were no good, or maybe you're conditioned to believe that you are a Methodist, but deep down inside you're a Catholic, or you're breaking out of a belief system. This is being controlled, and This is a story about a lion that was brought up by a bunch of sheep, and this lion thought that he was a sheep, and when he wasn't. So it's like almost like a deceptive card that your perception was altered, and this is telling you to break out of that, go against the norm, and as you do, you could dance and sing and celebrate, because you're going to find yourself, I feel like, maybe even a new circle of friends, and maybe even some traveling, planning some travel time, getting away from things, getting away from situations to de-stress. I keep going back to this conditioning card. When we're in societies condition us to act certain ways and believe certain things. Doesn't make society right? No, not necessarily. But it's kind of like a trap, okay? And it's breaking down your old way of viewing things. It's a lot of self-reflection. Are you all that you? I'm not gonna sound like the army. Are you all that you can be? Are you where you want to be? Are you doing what you want to do? Are you associated with your your identity of who you are? Is that who you want to be? Now is the time to break that mold and make changes. Break free and dance and celebrate. Go dance in the rain. Okay? And get away for a while. Do some traveling. Go on a vacation to get away, to de-stress and get away from things. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what the tarot has for you guys. So what messages do we have for our Virgos for September 2018? And happy birthday, Virgos, by the way. This is your month. And if anybody is chatting, I am not directly looking at my phone because I record with my iPhone. I'm not looking at it to see all the chats. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the video comments. I have a better chance of seeing it. So I do apologize that if I don't answer you, it's because I'm not looking at my screen. I am concentrating on the cards. Okay, and hoping and praying that I am in frame. You know, hope and a prayer that I'm in frame so you can see the cards that I bring up. Okay, what messages do we have for Virgos for September 2018? I don't know why I'm doing it this way. I haven't done it this way before, but I'm putting them face down first. And then we'll see what messages that they bring. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to go with the card that's underneath. And we have the Eight of Wands as an undercurrent card. The Eight of Wands is somebody, this is like fast as lightning, it reminds me. It is lightning fast, moving quickly. It's the same card as the traveling card. It can mean travel, but things coming to you and happening very, very fast. Events or whatever, and things that you need to act on quickly. And it's the same card, like I said, as this travel card, that's the Eight of Wands, like the Eight of Wands as well. It's Eight of Fire. So you got this twice. So there's an emphasis on quick, swift moving activity. It could be air travel, traveling a distance, getting away. So for Virgo, I feel like that you need to go somewhere and get away from the chaos. Okay? You need to break away from everything that you've known, become free, and start traveling. This is what this is about. This is getting away. This is getting away from the chaos. And it feels like you're going to have to act on this quickly. And then we have the Eight of Cups, or Seven of Cups. Okay? The Seven of Cups is signifying a lot of options, a lot of confusion. Chaos. What did I just get done saying? Chaos. You're in all this fog here and all this cloud cover. There is rain in the background, there's cloud cover. And your cups are buried in these clouds. So it's a lot of options, a lot of things going on that is clouding your judgment. Okay? Your judgment is clouded, and this is chaos, and this is what these cards are saying. You need to get away from this chaos. Okay? And once you do, you'll feel like a different person. And then we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is saying it's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to say enough is enough. It's standing your ground. It's letting that fire, that flame burn in you and shining your light and saying, this is me, this is what I stand for. And this is not backing down. This is somebody who's not backing down. So, this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that this is speaking about. Maybe somebody's being very relentless, being very standoffish, and pushing you aside and causing chaos in your life that you need to get away from. This is also saying that you need to, in turn, stand your ground and saying, I'm not putting up with this bullshit anymore. This is too chaotic. I need some stability. I need to breathe. Quit fucking smothering me, okay? And what has caused this whole phenomenon, we have, this is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, what the basis is you've worked so hard. This is the spider who spins their web and traps, and I'm getting dual meanings from this. I am getting a meaning of being trapped in a vicious web, being conditioned to behave a certain way, the way somebody expects you to behave, being somebody that somebody expects you to be, but maybe not that's really true to yourself, and you're caught in this web here. But it's taken a lot of work to put this web together. So, again, messages from this card, there's multiple messages, is that you've worked very hard to try to build up your life to where it is right now. That maybe you've got yourself caught up in a web of a mess as well. And I'm seeing a black widow, you know. I'm seeing somebody, male or female, this black spider that is toxic, okay? So I'm feeling like maybe you're in a situation with a toxic person that they're very standoffish. They're Jekyll and Hyde. And they're sitting in the middle of the web waiting for their moment to attack, and you don't know when that's going to happen. And you're caught in their web. After all the work that you put forth in building your home up, your life, your career, it's not a time to let yourself stay caught in this web. It's time to break the mold and break out of it. And in the recent past, Father of Wands, this is the King of Wands. This is the Cobra. The Cobra strikes at any moment. The Cobra is somebody who, this could also be, this also represent a fire sign in your life. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody, when provoked, they can strike. Maybe you have a way of provoking this other person. But this is somebody that I feel this is somebody who can be ruthless at times. This could be a male or female energy, even though it says Father of Wands. They portray a very strong energy, like a masculine type energy, because they are so strong, very strong-willed, and they're go-getters. They're guarding their wand there. I feel like they're protecting everything, but don't provoke them. I feel like this is somebody who's very temperamental, that you are involved with. And they are represented by the spider in this Eight of Pentacles. So you've been caught up in this web with this person, and your life has just become so chaotic. So many up and downs. You feel like you're on this roller coaster that's never ending, this never ending roller coaster. Okay, and what is to come, or what you're hoping for, stuff, it comes up as the Four of Pentacles. You're hoping to hold on to what you have. You hold on to your emotions very close and tight. You don't really show them very often, and you are wanting to hold on. I am being told, hold on to your dignity. But this is, when I was saying this toxic, a snake has toxic venom. So does this black widow. So I feel like, again, the Spirit's still talking about a toxic person in your life. You love them and hate them at the same time. You don't know when they're going to strike, when they're going to go off, if the slightest thing is going to provoke them. But they bring you down at the same time. And you're hoping that you're trying to hold on to your dignity. You're still working at that foundation. You still want that firm foundation. You want that financial security. And I'm getting the sense of money being tight. You're trying to hold on to it the best that you can. And maybe this other person has no value for the dollar. Okay? That maybe they're frivolous also. And then they make you feel bad when you don't give them, and you say, hey, I don't have it. We can't afford this. Okay? But this is somebody that is still saying you need to get away from. And in the first 2 weeks of September is the Hermit card. This is somebody who goes inside their shell. I think you're already partly in there, because there's the Four of Pentacles also suggesting going within, holding things close to you. But the Hermit is about trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel. This is about self-reflection, trying to find out the direction that you are to go in next. Where do you want to go? You're going in, and it's saying that going inwards is where you're going to find your answers. Okay? You're inside the shell where it's dark, but there's still a light on the outside. So after you go internal, then when the time is right and you come out, there's going to be this bright light. It's going to be illuminating. You know the phrase, the light bulb just pops on? Well, that's what's going to happen here. The light bulb's just going to go zoom, and there it is, and you're going to say, why didn't I see this before? You know, how could I miss this? You know, you're going to have the answers. You're going to know the direction in which your life is going to take you. And how you're seeing the situation right now is the Two of Cups. So I cannot deny that there's love there, because there is. But there's an old saying, sometimes love is not enough. And this is the hope that you're holding on to. You know that there's still a connection there between you and this other person. You know that you love them. They love you. But your energy is just, wow. Okay? But you're still looking at this. Even though your judgment's clouded, even though they put you down and they drag you down a lot, even though that their words can be toxic, even their actions, you still love them very deeply. And as you know, and sometimes this happens, you can have a karmic relationship with somebody that feels like a soulmate. You're truly connected to them. They feel like a soulmate or a twin flame. But in this lifetime, you pick these really tough karmic lessons. There's karmic energy between the two of you that still need to be settled. And that's why you come together. But there's times to break that cycle. And I'm going back to this card here, the conditioning. Sometimes it's go against it and break out and break the mold. You know, just and going within and discovering for yourself. But this is what you're holding on to. This is the hope. Way you're looking at it is you're very hopeful because you know that there's a connection there and it's not something that you really want to give up. So Spirit says that it's possible that maybe you guys need a break. Okay? And other people in your environment, things going on around you, the situation is the Chariot. The Chariot is very driven, very focused. People are viewing you as somebody who's very focused on your goal, that you know what you want, but sometimes you become a little bit too focused. The Chariot is in control of where they're going. The Chariot, your environment could still involve travel because the Chariot is also a travel card as well. So there's would be 3 travel cards in here about going away for a while to clear that head. Let your hair down. Be free for a little bit. To get away from the chaos and the stress. But people in your environment, there's people around you that are very driven that might also be trying to push you as well. The old saying, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I feel like people are trying to lead you to that water. But you're holding back because you know you still love this person. It doesn't mean that you can't try again. Doesn't mean you can't fight for your relationship, for your home. But I'm feeling like right now things are really chaotic. Things have actually become toxic that you need to step back. You need to go away, go travel and see somebody, go see family or go see friends. Have some fun. Get away from it to de-stress. And that way you can look at things in a new perspective. Getting away will help you look at things, contemplate, meditate on what's going on, and think about and find that direction in which you want to go. And this card is about finding that direction and taking control. Okay? And advice from Spirit. We come up with the 9 of Swords. This has been coming up a lot, I've seen in some readings for advice. The 9 of Swords is the stress, the worries. You see the wide eyeballs there? It's like the wide-eyed person that can't sleep at night. And then there's the snake and everything. I mean, that just looks like a tangled mess, right? It's kind of reminding me of the chaos that's going on in the center of everything. But as an advice card, it is saying that you need to stop worrying. You need to drop that stress. I've been talking about distressing this whole entire reading. And when I turn over a stress card here, so you are under a tremendous amount of stress. The Spirit is saying, yes, you need to de-stress. You need to forget about the problems that's going on in your life, in your home right now. I do feel like this is a home environment. This is not just a dating or boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. This is a home. This is a family situation. Okay? that you guys need a break, a real break. Okay? And I'm not saying a break that is on bad terms or anything like that. I'm saying a mutual break. Hey, it's, you know, we're toxic to each other. We're saying things that we really don't want to say that we regret later. I think we need to take a little bit of a break. Okay? And then as the final outcome or possible outcome, the energies at the end of the month comes up as the Nine of Wands, another 9. 9s are completion. Okay? And you're right at the end. So the end of your worries. Okay? And this is like your last stance. Okay? This is actually after you've been wounded in battle, which you have been wounded, Virgo. After you've been wounded, you're still protecting what's yours. You're still standing up. This is somebody who's also put up a wall. This is somebody who's put up a wall around their heart. So, with all this that's going on, I'm feeling like you could be very much putting a wall up around you. Being a little bit on the defensive, I won't say defensive side, that's more of the 7 of Wands. Okay, that's here, somebody being very defensive. The 9 is a completion, the 9 is standing guard. Of course, that's somebody, it reminds me of somebody who's waiting for the next shoe for the shoe to drop. Okay. Let's see, let's get some clarifying cards here. What is the 9 of Wands about? It's protecting. Maybe it's protecting your home. You know, you're ready to battle again to keep your home together after a period of time apart. We've got the Devil card here. The Devil card is being in a, this is again toxic addiction. Okay, I'm feeling like this is an addictive behavior. That you're addicted to this person, you're addicted to the situation. This is being trapped and not moving forward. This is about, it's time to get out of the fire and time to release. This is talking about release also. But I am getting the image also of, this could be alcohol abuse, this could be drug abuse. But I feel like a lot of the issues around here is some kind of addiction, whether it's gambling, drugs, alcohol, sex, something. There's some kind of underlying psychological issue. And I feel that you may be involved in it somehow, but definitely the other person. They need help. So, Spirit's going further, saying this traveling could be for your partner as well. Maybe it's not you traveling, maybe it's your partner. Maybe the person you're with needs to travel to get treatment, to get help for their addiction. And then once they return and that comes back, you're still going to be guarded, you're still going to be watching things, but there could be celebration, okay? Celebrating when they come home, and almost like a renewal, and you'll be able to see things in a totally different perspective. Okay, let's see what else. What other cards? Are there any other cards here? Wonderful. The rainbow of colors, the 10 of Cups. So, your 10 of Cups, your rainbow, your bliss is banking on somebody getting professional help for some sort of addiction is what I'm getting here. Okay, I'm going to draw from the Wild Unknown Animal Guides. See what messages our animal guides have. Yeah, I'm at a half an hour already. Huh. Okay. Two cards came out, the bear and the stingray. The bear is of earth. And the stingray is water. Earth and water. Earth and water make mud. The stingray only attacks when provoked. This is kind of reminding me of this card. And the bear is a protector. The bear is hibernation, kind of like the hermit. Okay. So, with that said, with the bear, basically after a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move towards the dawning light. The bear can represent an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. The bear, winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. And with things so out of balance right now, when things are out of balance, the bear is also withdrawn, like I was pointing to the hermit, withdrawn like the hermit is. So you may be feeling withdrawn or lethargic. There's a heaviness because you know what the situation is. And it's weighing heavy on you because you love this person. And it hurts to see them hurting themselves in the way that they are. So you need to move towards this transformation. You need to take action and do something about this. Okay? And then we have for water. What came up for water is the stingray. Okay? And the stingray, as I said, it's a pivotal point in personal growth. So September is like a very critical month for you, Virgo. And the moment has come. The stingray must decide between the old, which is the easy and comfortable and the familiar, and the new, which can be challenging and uncomfortable and unfamiliar. You may have pressure from family or friends, and it makes the decisions even more complicated. But no matter what choice is made right now, it's inevitable. Again, this is something that is a must. It's inevitable. It has to happen. And this is another one saying the same thing. Okay, it's inevitable. And there's this dilemma will surface again and again. And it forces growth within. And this growth, these urges are too strong to ignore. And this is also meant you got to stop blaming other people for your decisions. I don't know who I'm talking to. The stingray saying stop blaming others. You've made your decisions. Now it's time to deal with it. Now you have to move through discomfort. And you know, this whole transformation thing, this whole situation, separation, you know, getting away from each other, going through these changes, it is inevitable. It is something that is necessary in order to reach your 10 of Cups, that rainbow, that bliss, that happy life full of love and joy. So you're on the brink of a total transformation in your life right now, Virgo. So you've got a lot to think about. And one of the best things is getting away. There's 3 cards in here that say travel. Okay? So it feels like you do need to get away. To give yourself to look at things in a totally new light, a totally new perspective. And to go within and find that strength, and find that desire. Bring the old you back, the confident you, and discovering what direction do you really want to go. You can love somebody, and sometimes you can't live with somebody even though you love them that much. So there's a lot of decisions to make, and a lot of it is going to be banking on if they are willing to get the help or not. I feel it's more, I think the other person is an enabler for you. I think that maybe some of the things that they are very embedded in and struggle with, that you may have struggled with from time to time yourself, so you know what that struggle is. But when they're not around, you don't have that issue. So they are like an enabler to you too. That's another layer of the Devil card. They're an enabler to you. So the first step is they need treatment, they need help. Okay? So that is what I have for you now. I'm just bringing my camera over this way. I'm going to check to see if there's been any chats in here. Okay. I thank you for your comments. Excuse me. Now, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can receive updates when I put out new videos. I do put out videos and readings on a regular basis. Okay? Okay, so I've slacked a little bit here and there. But I, too, had to play the part of the hermit and find myself and restore balance in my life. So I know what I'm talking about with all this stuff here. But I'm on back on a regular schedule, so make sure you subscribe and like. If you like a personal reading, the link is in the description below. I thank you for watching, and you have a good day.